Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a video where I go over everything related to the JB4 mobile kits, kind of explain some of the differences, and then go over the app, do a complete walkthrough. So, this right here is the Revision 1 kit. This is the original. The way that this works is this is the end for connecting to your iPhone. And the way that it works is this is a modified JB4 data cable. Okay? In the new kits, you'll just get one of these completely and you'll just hook this up to your JB4 and then just run it through the firewall. Okay, if you get one of the modified kits, you'll have to take yours out, send it to me, I'll modify it and send it back. But the way it works is you have this male stereo end on the end, and you have a female stereo receiver for the USB cable, so you can still use it with a computer and everything if you need to. And then there's also a female stereo end for the iOS adapter. Now this is what uses the Bluetooth low energy module to connect wirelessly over Bluetooth. So if you want to connect the iPhone, for instance, you just take this, you hook it up, just like that, and then you take the USB end and plug it into a USB outlet. Okay, and then it's powered. Now, some people are wanting to know how to kind of run this differently. So I'll go over a good way to run this and keep it in your glove box. So what you do is open the glove box, take the stereo end, run it up through here. I don't know if I can get it. Alright, run it through there. And then make sure the cable actually goes over top of this little corner thing back here. So it's sitting right there ready to go. Now for the iOS end, what you want to do is take the USB cable and push it through this little slot right here. And then when it's back there, just go ahead and pull it through. Take it, connect it into the adapter, and then go ahead and hook up the stereo adapters. Okay, just like that. Set it in your glove box. Make sure the wire is up over the little hook. Okay, and now you're gonna have some leftover cable right here. In my car, I don't know if everyone's car is the same way, but after you close it up, you can just take this, kind of pull it back a little bit to tighten it up, and then just push it up underneath this trim piece right here. You might need to put a little bit more of the cable inside the glove box to get enough room to do this. So once that's done, you should be able to pull the cable taut and it should be pretty much concealed under there. So that's what I do. There's probably a cleaner way, but that works for me. And then you're good to go. As far as the plug and play kits, I'm still waiting on FTDI to give me more information on that, so those are on hold until further notice. The Revision 1 kits, those are still up for sale. If you want those, just send me an email and make sure you mention which kit you want. For the rest of the video, I'm going to go ahead and go over the JB4 app completely. So let me go ahead and restart this. Okay. So, first thing you're going to want to do is launch it. Now at this point, you just go ahead and click connect. And then there you go. It'll start pulling the data from the JB4. The first time you launch the app, you'll get a pop-up message kind of letting you know to go to settings. You set, you pick which version of the kit you have, and then you also pick what engine you have. So if you have the N54, the N55, Flash, whatever, you pick it just like you would in the JB4 app. So the display screen, we have two sets of gauges now. We have the normal bar gauges for Master Wang, like that, and then we also have some circular gauges that I made, which are like that. To change which gauge you want to use, you just tap and hold on the gauge, and you pick what you want it to display. So let's say we wanted RPM, tap it, and there you go. For the export window, well, you can start logging, you sit there and you do your runs, whatever. Stop logging. If you didn't go full throttle for long enough, it'll give you the error. You go to the export window, and you can view your logs like this. This was the one I just made, so there's not really much to do. Once you're in this window though, you can hit pick, and you can select what parameters you want to graph. And also this is where you can turn off watt only runs. So there's that. Let me see if I can find a run that has a little bit of info. So there's just an example of some of the graphing. Okay. The codes window, you just hit read codes and it reads the codes, delete codes, deletes them. The full settings page, let's go through this real quick. Engine type we already went over, kit revision we went over, user adjustment. This is where you can set your boost, your AFR, your CPS, just like in the JB4 app. You can also set all the other settings you can there too. The methanol page, same thing as before. Map page, you can pick what map you want to go on. Firmware update. So the way this works is it brings you to N54 tech. You can go through here and pick which, if you want to do the N54 G5 firmware, you click on that. And you basically just go through, find which firmware you want. And then, whenever you find it, you just click on it, and it'll download. Once it's done downloading, you'll get this screen. You set your upload timeout. For the Bluetooth, the minimum timeout is 12. So at this point, you just set that to whatever you want to try. Hit begin flash, and it'll start flashing the car. Make sure the car is off, but with the lights in the dash on before you do this. You don't want to do this while the car's running. So anyways, when you're done with that, you can just exit out. RPM glow is basically to where if your, I'll just try to show you real quick. If your RPMs go above, say, I think 6,000 RPMs, the background starts glowing red. So we'll see real quick. So like that. Temperature in Celsius just lets you your IATs read in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. Gauge set, that lets you pick which gauge set you want. Help in troubleshooting is exactly what it sounds like. Credits, everyone involved, some thank yous and stuff, and then demo mode. So you can eventually, the app will be on the App Store. I've already submitted it, so we'll see if Apple approves it or not. So you can technically get the app before the kit if you want to later on. But anyways, demo mode basically just kind of animates the gauges and lets you see what the app would look like without it being connected to the car. So that's it.